Welcome back to Sustainable Servings. I'm joined again by Miss Brandi Duncan. As always, it's a pleasure to have you here. Today we're making a recipe that's going to involve some tomatoes, right?
Yes, 2 recipes today.
2 recipes, and we're moving away from pickling, which we've been doing for the last couple episodes, and we're moving towards canning.
Yeah, so we're doing real canning today, not just jarring and putting in the fridge.
Tell me a little bit about canning, the difference between pickling and canning.
So pickling, you use vinegar and things like that, and you can just put it in the fridge and it lasts for, 4 weeks, a couple of months. Canning is the process of making it shelf stable.
So how long do food, when you can them, how long does that kind of food last instead of
Several
pickling?
years.
Several years.
So this is like way more long term.
So tell me about some of the equipment that we're using today. What should folks have at home if they want to do this recipe?
So my go-tos are this thing here.
I like grabber.
Grabber.
It makes it sound more fun.
But you can pick up your jars. And then also, we've got these little tongs here, and you can get the hot water out of your jar.
You don't want to stick your hand in any boiling water.
Yeah, that's not what I would recommend, personally. We also have our trusty funnel.
Thank goodness.
Woo. And we have, oh, it's stuck to the counter, lovely. This is a little measuring stick. It will measure how deep we want these things to go. So for both these recipes, we're gonna be doing a 1/2 inch.
So tell me a little bit about like some of the safety precautions that we're looking at today.
So we want to make sure, no matter what, that we are cooking them for as long as the recipe says. Also, with these kind of recipes that are like for water bath canning is what it's called, don't really change anything about the recipe unless it is a dry good, because that can mess with the pH. And if you make your food not acidic enough, then it goes bad.
Okay. So let's get to it. What do you have for us today?
Okay, so first we are going to make our salsa. I'm going to get my trusty recipe out here.
Fantastic.
So we are going to use 5 cups of tomato.
And so what are you doing with the salsa? Do we have to let it boil? Do we have to let it simmer? What are we going to do?
We are going to bring it to a boil, and then we can immediately can it.
Okay.
Anybody else have to count out loud? 3.
Sorry. I'm counting for you just in case. 4. All right, what comes after 4, kids?
5.
5 cups of tomatoes. Great job. All right, so now it looks like you need 2.5 cups of green peppers.
Yes.
So here's the green bell peppers.
Thank you. So we just are really cooking these down and making it hot before it goes in the jars.
Okay.
I believe that is important. And then this is for the cook time.
2.5 cups of onions. Everything else we had was already pre-measured out. It was just the tomatoes that we had to measure. I just want to make note of that. And then we had 1¼ cup of hot peppers. Here you go. We're using jalapenos.
Yes, with the seeds.
With the seeds.
I really just cut the stem off and then I chopped them up because
I love spicy.
I know Ava likes spicy,
and so do I. Spicy. But you could probably use any kind of hot peppers that you want.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're a real spice person, maybe you want habanero or something.
Yeah, I just planted some Thai hot peppers in my garden, so we could do something like that.
And then here you go. Here's the cider vinegar.
We've got our cider.
So is this apple cider vinegar?
Yes.
All right, and here's your garlic. 1.5 cloves of garlic.
Garlic. Perfect.
And here's 1 tablespoon of cilantro.
Perfect.
Fun fact, Brandi can't taste cilantro.
Well, I can, but it doesn't taste very good.
Well, she has, okay, so I don't know if anyone else has heard of this. It's the gene that you have where cilantro tastes like soap.
You know, everybody says it tastes like soap, but my own dad and I, we both have the gene. We both think it tastes like pennies.
That is just
Which is,
crazy.
I think, worse.
I love cilantro. I love cilantro. Also, sorry, I didn't mean to bring up
Oh, I'm traumatized.
Yeah, your trauma on TV here. Okay, and then we have 1/2 tablespoon of salt.
Yes, ma'am.
And 1/2 teaspoon of hot sauce. And what kind of hot sauce are you using today?
I just used sriracha.
Beautiful.
And most of it stuck to the inside of here, so that's good. Yeah, I just used sriracha. You could use whatever you want.
All right, and then it looks like you have 3 pint jars on here.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is it for this recipe.
Okay.
And we have prepared 3 pint jars. And that one's good to go. We'll let her simmer there. And now we're gonna start our crushed tomatoes.
Okay.
Which I decided to do this recipe because I would like to use it in many different things when I am canning not salsa.
Right.
So you can make pasta sauce, you can make really anything with it.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice shelf-stable item.
Pasta sauce got my attention, for sure.
Yeah, girl.
Absolutely. All right, awesome. So how do we start?
We're going to use the rest of those tomatoes. So this is 5 pounds of tomatoes.
2.
Fortunately, this one is pounds, so we don't have to count it out because I just cut up enough in one to put the rest in here.
You just don't
I didn't want to have to do the math
anymore.
about it. I didn't want to. And then we're going to use 2 tablespoons. Ooh. Let me
now, of lemon juice, that's kind of, you wouldn't really imagine that lemon juice would be in pasta sauce. So is there a reason that we're putting lemon juice in there? Or
this is for the acidity.
Acidity. And that was a really important part of all of this because you said it has to be acidic for it to remain safe on your shelf.
Yes.
Okay.
And so just for safe measure, I'm going to add another tablespoon.
Gotcha.
I would rather have too much acidity than not enough.
All right. So then how are we going to know that these are done?
This is also going to be a simmer.
Okay.
I like to do my crushed tomatoes a little bit crushed beforehand, like diced up a little bit. That helps get the sauce going, the juices flowing. But once it cooks up enough, you can really just smash it with like a tomato smasher, you could call it.
Yeah, that sounds like a perfect way to take any type of frustration out after a long day. All right, well, we've got everything on the stove. We're going to let it cook, let it simmer, and we'll be back to can it right after the break.